Hello, everybody, and thank you for listening to another episode of the No Fluff MSP Marketing Podcast. I'm your host, Tahir Hamed. Got my co-host here,
Stephen Badorf. Welcome back.
the legend himself, the intern turned creative genius, Stephen Badorf.
Wow, it's high praise. I like that.
Stephen's the real brains behind MSP Camp. He literally named MSP Camp. Do you remember that?
I do remember that. It was a Teams call.
Teams call?
Yeah, or I think that one day I was working remote because I remember I was in my apartment. I was
Well,
like,
it was like, we're going to bring it back. And then next morning you bring it back. So remember we were in the office.
That is true. Yeah, we brought the whole
we were thinking
idea.
some ideas and it's like, let's all bring him to the office tomorrow. And I remember Steven pitched MSP Camp and I was just like, where did he come up with this? And you were just like, camp, short for campaigns. And I was just like, and that's the logo we still use today.
Yeah, that's true. And I feel like, I don't know, it doesn't feel like we need to refresh it a million times or anything. I think it works for what it is. Yeah.
Oh, that's exactly what it needs to be. That's just so funny, man. Like,
It's crazy.
it was like your month 4 or something. No, I think
It was right after I was part-time, I believe.
Okay, so yeah, probably like month 4 or 5. Mm-hmm. The inception of MSP Camp, and the rest is history. So today we're going to be talking about anything on that, the origin of the brand.
No, I mean, I needed to copyright it, but it's too late now. I'm screwed.
That was before we knew, or we did that's before we knew a shitload about copyright and all of
or just anything in general. Honestly,
we should probably check on where you got that.
No, it's fine. It's a created logo mark.
I was like, man, I feel like we need to make sure that's legit. Yeah, we've learned the hard way on a couple of things like that, but now we are super legit when it comes to anything and all content used. Mainly because we do so much custom now, because it's almost like, what's the point? You know?
Yep.
All right, y'all. Today we're going to be talking about something that is not exciting, but extremely important. Oh, wow. Don't leave. Just hold on. Listen. We're small audience, big difference. I almost named this one, The Power of Thinking Small. Just to try and hook you. But you're here anyway, so I didn't need to call it that. And you're welcome for not trying to.
And you might still name it that. We never know.
That's true. I didn't want if it doesn't get enough views the first week, I might just switch the title, and I guarantee the views will go up.
Yeah.
Nothing like a good clickbait title. So, small audience, big difference. What do I mean by this? It is literally why people say there's riches in the niches, right? And no, this is not going to be a podcast on why you need to be vertical specific. We were not vertical specific at Alltech. We had a few verticals we focused on, which helped significantly. Mm-hmm. But no, we would pretty much take anybody, right? Now, being vertical specific makes it much easier to market if you are vertical specific, for sure, because you get to go to all those conferences, you get to really know the ins and outs of that business in that industry really gets to know you. Mm-hmm. Again, there's riches in the niches. So there are benefits of being vertical specific. Like, think about MSP Camp. We are vertical specific. Why can we do a podcast called No Fluff MSP Marketing? Because that is the only industry we serve.
Yeah.
So that is why it's easier to grow. Like, we were it was me and Steven in a
box
300,
yeah.
No, it was like 100, it was like 50 square feet. Like, we were literally back to back, and we were able to build something that other marketing companies have been trying to build and not been able to really, because we're in a niche. And we were able to stay really focused, right? So small audience, we have a small audience. And when I say small, I'm not even talking MSPs, because that's a pretty big audience. I'm talking about when we started, it was literally people that listen to this podcast. That's how we launched.
Yeah. That was it. So you need to play a sound effect or something.
Oh, I should have. Clap or something.
It's too late.
So that was our audience. And we knew going into it, like, if we try and launch MSP Camp without anybody knowing who we are or anybody listening, it's going to fall flat. Mm-hmm. Nothing's going to happen. We're going to get disheartened and we're going to stop.
Yeah. Which probably would have happened, honestly.
That's exactly. Yeah. So we started with the pot. Like, hey, you know what? Let's try and get an audience first before we do anything. Like, let's just see.
We should start a podcast.
I know.
The famous
total bro move. Like, we should start a podcast.
I'm glad we did. Yeah.
And when we first started, it was like, we only had like 30 people listening, 40 people listening. But guess what that turned into? Like, real revenue pretty quickly. And you might think, wow, if I only have 40 or 50 people that know about my MSP and care about my MSP, there's no way I'm going to grow. And that's could not be further away from the truth. Small audiences can make big differences, especially in B2B MRR world. If you're in B2B, higher ticket, monthly recurring revenue, man, a small audience goes a long way. A small audience goes a long way. That's why you see some MSPs absolutely crushing it because they've got 10 referral partners. Small audience, millions of dollars. Even today, we only have 400 or 500 people that listen to the podcast, which is mind-blowing. Very grateful for that. But that's helped turn us into almost a $2 million company. Small audience. You would not be excited about having an email list of 400 people. You wouldn't.
Yeah, not at all.
But it should be exciting because that small audience, if you nurture them properly, you give them value properly, it's going to turn into a lot of revenue. B2B MRR all day long. That's what we all live in. Thoughts on that, Stephen?
Yeah, I was just thinking, I think the best part about the riches and niches mindset, or at least with focusing in on those people, is like, especially how it worked for us, is like showing the people behind the business, like with No Fluff MSP marketing, made a big difference in those opening pieces when we first launched. And our offering wasn't the most robust. That's the way I'll phrase it. But essentially just like getting that grace where it's like, okay, your guys' thing kind of sucks, but I see the people behind it and I'm willing to see like where it goes, sort of thing. But I think some of that does cross over to like just MSPs in general, like showing the people behind the MSP and then nurturing with that. Yeah. It's just beneficial.
Yeah, we don't need to worry about key man risk when we're under 10 million, I feel like. Like if you're worried, like, I don't want to be the face of the company. I used to worry about that, but I'm like, yeah, we don't need to worry about key man risk at this stage. Like we need to grow to 10 plus million. And then we can worry about, oh yeah, I need to not be the face. I need to make sure this is, has exit value, et cetera, which is going to have exit value anyway. Key man risk is just one aspect of valuations. So yeah, totally agree. Like we need to be the personality. We need to be the face. So there's a fallacy that occurs, and I'm as guilty as anybody when I was at the MSP. Like I am just as guilty when I say a lot of this. Like I've had to learn the hard way, right? It's not like I'm like, you shouldn't do this. It's like, this is what I did.
Lecturing. It's
like, this is the dumb shit I used to do. Totally. We get this fallacy in our minds that we need thousands of people in our email list. And so what do? We literally like just get a cold list. Just it's like, well, email marketing doesn't work. And it's like, no. Like we have to grow our list. I know that sucks. I know we have to go to networking events. I know we got to get people to download ebooks from ads. Like I know we got to do like really exciting, like giveaways potentially to build our, like there's things we can do to build our list. Like I know it takes forever. But now you have a real list of people that know you, right? And it's okay if that list is 20, 30, 40.
Yeah, if they're hand selected, 50. I mean, so much better. You can throw in 2,000 people and it's not going to work.
Yeah. Here's something we need to build on MSP Camp, Stephen. Like, let's do this together, is that reactivation campaign. So this is what let's actually make this one pretty tactical as well. Like there's so many. A client of ours just purchased a smaller MSP. The MSP was like 1.6. The purchaser was like 12 million. They purchased like a $1.6 million MSP. And that MSP just hasn't really done any marketing. It was mainly off of referrals and everything else. And then they sold to the larger MSP that's doing a lot of marketing. It's going very well. But one of the ideas I threw out there, and I was surprised that they were mind blown by this, is I was like, hey, this MSP just purchased. They've been around for a decade. It's like they've got, and they have no sales training and stuff. Like they got a ton of past clients. They've got a ton of prospective clients that never closed. We should make sure that we do a reactivation campaign now that you just purchased them. Like we should get that list together. Like, well, we don't have a CRM. It's like, no, but you have ConnectWise. Like ConnectWise, they're either marked as MSP client, dead, past prospect, like there's the category of contacts. I was like, so even if you haven't kept up with a CRM, like you don't have a Go High Level or whatever it is, that has been acting as your CRM, the ConnectWise. And so I was like, we can just export those contacts out and just say, hey, big news for Blue Peak. I probably shouldn't have dropped the name of it, but like big news for this MSP. Like this just happened. This is all the new things we get. Like this is all of the new, like still local, but with blah, 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 blah. Like make it this exciting announcement this occurred and then put them on a value drip campaign to try and reactivate, right? And so we're going through that campaign and like that's going to add clients because of that list. Now we might have thought, well, there's only 20, 30, 40 people on that list. It's like, yes, small audience, but targeted audience that can make a really big difference.
Yep.
So we can put that campaign together. I think for anybody listening, if you're an MSP Camp member, we'll put that on Scout Plus so everybody gets it because only 5% of people are going to use it anyway. So like you use it and because you listen to this podcast and I can almost guarantee, I guess you can't say that word, but I'm pretty sure, right? Because every time we did Alltech, it seemed to work pretty well. Like you can reactivate a lot of these past prospects as long as you have something for them to engage with.
Yeah, I took a note so we can brainstorm later.
Perfect. So there's this fallacy we need thousands of people on an email list when reality is it can be very small and have a big difference.
Yep.
Or, and this is the other thing we did, horrible mistake. We want to target the whole state. There's this thing that Tom said. He's like, I don't know. I feel like we're saturated.
In just Lakeland.
Yeah, we were like 700K. He's like, I just feel like we're saturated. Like I think we already saturated this city. And what's funny is, so we tried to go the whole state, obviously spent a lot of money. There's no way our marketing dollars can spread that far. Yep. So I was like, Tom, I hear you. I know you want to be like statewide. I was like, but we need to just do the exact opposite and just focus on Lakeland.
The MSP in Lakeland.
Just literally just Lakeland. That's all we did. That's where all of our marketing spent is our Lakeland. They're now over 5 million. I won't say the EBITDA numbers, but holy crap, it's amazing, right? In a single city. Mm-hmm. Lakeland's growing a lot now, but like there's still, he could be Alltech could be 4 times as large. 4 times as large in Lakeland alone. Now, granted, there does become some market saturation pressure once you get to a certain point. I'm not saying there's not that, but like we don't need to worry about that. That's.
I feel like if you're at that point, you're kind of suffering from success a little bit.
Exactly, and it's going to be very easy to like again. Sometimes, and again, I'm guilty of this too. We find reasons like excuses to be like, well, I feel like, well, I see business books say that there's market saturation. Yeah. Like, I know, I hear you. But most likely it doesn't apply to us in the small business world, right? Like if we're under $20 million, we're probably fine. All right, cool. So that's one of the biggest reasons. Anything on that, Stephen?
No, keep going.
It's one of the biggest reasons I advocate staying focused on your city for as long as you can. It is easier to build an audience that cares. It is so much easier to build a loyal audience in a city. That is why the power of networking works. It is not that we're showing up to events and setting sales meetings at those events. That is not why networking is powerful. It's that we're building a loyal audience of people that know us, like us, and willing to refer us or potentially buy from us. Like that is why networking is powerful. I think a lot of people think of networking as like, I'm going to have this like, serendipitous moment where which has happened to me, but where this person needs IT and I was at that networking event, they're going to schedule a meeting with them, I'm going to close the deal. Yeah, that can happen, but like that shouldn't be the expectation. You can't bet on that every time. No, the expectation is like, I'm going to keep building my audience of people in this city who know that I'm the person to go to. That's it. Mm-hmm. And let's think about ScaleCon. This is kind of mind-blowing, but this is rough math, but 1 in every 5 listeners of this podcast, 1 in every 5, potentially more than that. I'm trying to be conservative here. Literally bought a ticket last year, bought a hotel, bought a flight.
Flew to Vegas, yeah.
Flew to Vegas and made it out to ScaleCon 24. 1 in 5. My question is, what happened to the other 4? I hope you feel a little guilty if that's you. Just kidding. I don't care. It's fine. Just joking. That's wild to me.
Yeah. Putting it like that, especially. I don't know how valid the math is, but it sounds right.
Yeah. I mean, there was at least 100 people there that listen to the podcast.
Yeah. Statistically, this is our most engaged user base.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Small audience, $500,000 event.
Yes.
Crazy, right? And here's the thing. It was super rough around the edges last year. People still loved it. Mm-hmm. People still loved it. Now, the people that didn't love it, they weren't part of our audience. They were just there, right? I think people part of our audience knew us. They loved it, but then they gave us feedback like, "Hey, this is how you guys can make it better." Because why? They care. They're part of our tribe. Part of camp.
Yeah, you're still in Duck Tribes.
I know. I've been on too many calls with Nigel recently.
You're starting talking in an Australian accent all the time.
They're part of a camp, mate. So
maybe not.
Yeah. Like I used to be able to nail Australian and
you were kind of nailing it yesterday.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I'll bring it back.
We can practice.
There's probably like a Australian accent button on this
We'll
thing.
need to download it if we don't have it.
So why do they still love it? They knew what they were getting into. They kind of like, they're like, hey, we kind of know.
They know the people.
They know the people.
Yeah.
We're going to meet like-minded peers that are interested in growth, and it was great. So if you're listening to this right now, like you are part of the camp. You're part of camp. Like you're listening to this podcast, but you're also potentially in MSP camp, potentially using content. You're potentially talking to other people part of MSP camp. Like we're all together in this. And like that is one of the reasons I'm willing to lose literally 50 grand on ScaleCon. And that's my portion, right? Because I want to get us all together. We don't pitch on stage. Like we don't sell speaking spots. Somebody offered me $28,000. And their demands were basically like they wanted things that we're not comfortable doing. We're not comfortable giving a contact list. We're never going to give a contact list out. No, we're not going to let you speak on stage no matter how much money you throw at us. Again, we're probably going to lose 100 grand. That 28 grand would have made this event much more easy to swallow. But I told them no. And in fact, I kind of told them to fuck off. They will never be a sponsor again based on our conversation.
You can't be compromising on the values of the event in the second year.
Yeah.
Or ever, honestly.
Ever.
Yeah.
But that's my point. It's like, we're trying to make this incredible. We're trying to be the conference. Like we're trying to be the opposite of what we hate about conferences. Like I would hate when I would sit there and it's like, oh, this is a pitch.
Yep.
This whole thing's a pitch. And it's like, wow, I just wasted 45 minutes.
Yeah, were they just teaching me this so they could pitch their...
Yeah, but I mean, if they
thing.
teach something value and then the pitch, I'm actually cool with that.
Okay.
I'm totally fine with that. I mean, we're not going to do that at ScaleCon, but like I've seen that a few times. I'm like, hey, you gave me 30 minutes of value and then like you're going to sell me a product that solves that. Like to me, that's beautifully done.
I didn't know that. So I haven't seen too many like MSP presentations in person besides the ones we had at ScaleCon. I didn't know people would go up there and just pitch the entire time.
Yeah, oh yeah. It's basically like, here's my
tough.
product. This is how my product works. Now, obviously, they try and frame it as value, but it's like,
But it's,
dude,
yeah,
like,
built
I
on
hear
that
what you're saying.
framework.
Yeah.
So we don't do that.
We do not do that. So my point is, you're part of our small audience, and we're trying to make a big difference for you, right? As well as for us. So if you have not gotten your ticket to ScaleCon, like, please do so. Right, we've got 291 people currently registered. It's going to be much bigger than last year. We got this beautiful venue, same exact values, like we're going to do every year. We're putting a lot of money into this. In fact, everybody that registers, we lose money after a certain point. So right now it won't, but once we get to 400, we lose money after that. So like, just get a ticket. Just get a ticket. I promise it's going to be great. Even if you just go to kind of meet other like-minded growth MSPs from around the country, like that alone, our peer group made us millions of dollars.
Yep.
So if you feel like you're in a bubble, if you feel like you're in an island, this is a really good chance to get out of that. We're going to have a lot of time to kind of network and communicate with each other. It's going to be a great time. Sponsors for it, our platinum sponsor is Pax8, which is incredible. Thank you, Rob Ray. I tried to get him last year. He's like, dude, I'm so sorry. This year he came back clutch with platinum. Thank you, Rob. Gold, we got Feel Good MSP, Breach Secure Now, Power DMark, FlexPoint, Monger, Blockworks, and Inside Agent. So you want to talk about the little incentive we got the next couple of weeks?
Yeah, I mean, we'll start posting it, I'm pretty sure today, whenever today is for people who are listening. But essentially, our last year we did, I think it was it the $50,000 sales bundle? This year we pared it back a little bit. It's the $30,000 sales bundle, but
we put more stuff in it and called it the $30,000 bundle. I was like, I think we were getting a little too excited last year.
The $1 million sales bundle. No, but essentially any registrations for the event who I think it's retroactive for whoever's already signed up.
Anyone that's already signed up is going to get it.
And then the date we have is September 15th. So any registrations before then, or they're going to get that bundle. Basically, we work with the Tech Tribe, bundle together some of our best, highest performing content, threw it all together in a bundle. I'm pretty sure we're going to deliver it as a OneDrive file like last year.
Yeah.
Then we'll send that over for you guys to use. So, I mean, and we also have a secret item in there as well, because just in case you're already a member of MSP Camp and Tech Tribe, because this isn't content that's like never seen the sites.
Yeah.
But if you're not a member of one, it could be super beneficial. It could be super beneficial even if you're a member of both because of the secret content will.
Yeah, exactly.
And
We
I'll
didn't
say
want it to be like somebody that's a member of MSP Camp Tech Tribe. Like, yeah, we already get access to all this. So
Yeah.
we are building something like specifically for this bundle, and it will not disappoint.
Which we're excited about. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
internally we're excited about. So I think it'll come through in the bundle.
Yeah.
But yeah, keep an eye out for that. Or just sign up and you'll get it.
Yeah.
It's the easiest way to do it.
Yeah. Cool, y'all. Well, just remember, we don't need to, it's powerful to think small. I mean, we don't have to think we need thousands and thousands of people on our marketing list to grow. Like, I know a guy, he literally has like 50 people on his list because he's so targeted in the people he can even work with. It's like CMOs of companies that are like 20 million and up. And he just sends, like, he'll send like this embroidered, like beautiful, because he's a print shop, like this beautiful custom thing specifically to the marketing person. The CMO is a marketing person, so he appreciates this. And that's how he sets his appointments and grows his multi-million-dollar business. He might have 50 to 100 people on his list. And he's got a $7 million print company. So it's like, we have to understand, like, it's not size of the list. It's not. It's engagement of the audience.
Yeah, it's like if you could pull anybody from that list and just like reach out and have a conversation with them. Like that guy with the print shop, I mean, he's going to be able to do that easily with anybody and just strike something up. But if it's just a cold list, you're getting ignored, which is probably what your email is doing anyway. So it really is that engagement aspect.
It's like, that's why the whole Dream 100 thing is so powerful, because it's like, if you only have 100 people on your list, like you literally know where their business is. You know their name. Like, you can actually figure out what their hobbies are. Like, if you only have 100 on your list, it becomes way easier to market.
Yep.
If you only have one niche to go after, it becomes way easier to market. So sometimes we think, I don't want to let anybody out of my scope, which means nobody's in my scope. So think smaller, only in this one way, not with your bag.
The bag.
No, with the bag. You can't think
The
small
bag
with
is
your
back.
bag.
It's the year of the bag. I forgot.
It's called it's not the lag. It's not a little ass goal. It's the bag. It's the big ass goal. So anyway, all right, y'all. Appreciate you. Thanks again for listening. Thank you for being a part of our tiny audience. You are awesome. And we'll see you on the next one.
Yeah, it's Galcom. Yeah.
Bye.
Goodbye. Just really delayed goodbye. That's awesome. Let's read end every podcast.